welcome to this very special episode of Student Voice. I'm Josh Nelson, and today we're talking about something very serious in our generation, plaguing our society. Listen, guys, there have been many video games that have come out over the past couple years, but I need to get to the bottom of this. In your opinions, what was the best game to come out in the last 5 years, and why?
For me, I would have to say God of War because of the open realm of the God of War, and plus like the old PS3 God of War and PS2 God of War, and I still have the collection and stuff, but I really want to try God of War on PS4, but I feel like God of War is like the best game right now in the past 5 years.
Yeah, I mean, it got great ratings, so I'm with you there, Tyler. Yeah.
Yes.
Well, I gotta say Red Dead Redemption 2. I played the original on PlayStation 2, of course. Now we have it for Xbox One. The graphics are absolutely phenomenal. It makes you feel like you're actually there. I mean, there is a good whole hour tutorial in the snow scene, which kind of lags a little bit, but overall there's lots to do. It's such a great improvement of the first one. I really enjoyed it. Rockstar did a great job.
Yeah, I put like 40 hours into that game.
Yeah.
I mean, I tried to 100% complete it,
Oh,
so
yeah.
I'm with you there.
Yeah.
My favorite game, there's a lot of things to take in, but if I had to rate it, number one would have to be Sea of Thieves. I love Sea of Thieves because of growing up, my mom would take me to go see the Pirates of the Caribbean movies. So I just love the pirates, and then having Sea of Thieves, just you can do whatever you want, and you can just become just the pirate you want to be, and it's just great because of the graphics in it is so great, and the customizations to the ship or to the player is just phenomenal.
Well, yeah, it's always just fun to, sail around with your friends, and, destroy other people's ships and stuff. I know I played the Assassin's Creed Black Flag, and that's kind of like the realistic version of Sea of Thieves, so that is definitely one of the better games, and they've improved it with updates.
Absolutely.
So it's become a lot better. Now, another question I have, it's a little bit worse of a topic. What was the worst game you guys have played in the last 5 years, and why?
Oh, definitely, no doubt. It had to be 2K20 because in 2K19 you can hit all whites, but for some reason in 2K20 you can get a full bar and still airball that thing. I don't know why, but it happens. And plus, when you go for a layup and you get a full bar, you can still miss, and it's so stupid how the mechanics and stuff works on 2K. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, Tyler, it's been getting a lot worse, especially with the more microtransactions now that are coming
Yes.
into the game. It makes the game a lot less fun, So I'm 100% with you there. What about you guys?
I think we all were in agreement with Fallout 76 this year.
Yeah.
Speaking of microtransactions, that also was a downplay of the game of having to buy. You already buy the game. Why do you have to keep adding on to it? Plus, you were saying about the storyline.
There is no storyline pretty much.
Yeah.
Compared to the older games, there is no.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, especially with Fallout 76, they knew the game was broken, and then they decided to release a subscription that would give you more stuff for the broken game. It's just, ridiculous how they're trying to take advantage of paying consumers,
Well, the biggest problem I also feel like was when I play the game, most games are set up by skill base. So when you start out early levels, your enemies are going to be early levels. However, there's not that case with 76. It's all high levels, so you're setting up for failure almost. So it's almost hard. It's frustrating. You can't get past, the death claws. It's just a thing.
Yeah, no, for sure. And Tyler, what was your worst game?
There was a few games that I just either did not play or could not play, but maybe Call of Duty 4, Call of Duty Black Ops 4, or Fortnite. There's just so many games that I just was not a big fan of that had come out in the past few games. But I wouldn't really say I've hated anything. Like growing up with it, you just you're like, oh, you played the game, or it's a fad, so you want to try it, but then you start to hate it over time just because of it's just lack of a great game.
Well, yeah, it's just lack of innovation, and all the games that we've mentioned, the number one major problem is the microtransactions. Every single game that you guys have mentioned they're more focused on the microtransactions and the cosmetics than the actual, gameplay of their, AAA game. So
Especially Fortnite. Fortnite's like the big one.
I know. I just bought 25 V-Bucks yesterday.
Exactly.
Because listen, okay,
If you
it's
play through the season, you
played
get
it?
you get the
Yes.
V-Bucks, and you can buy your next season. That's what you do. You only pay one time.
yeah, but like there's this really cool guy, and he's like a jelly character. Okay, he was really cool. Anyways, so another question I have is, what was the most disappointing game to come out in the last 5 years and why? And what I mean by that is just a game that didn't live up to your expectations.
I could go ahead and start this
Yeah.
one off. One very disappointing game that I had played was actually the new Modern Warfare to come out. Like I was not expecting another reboot of the game that had been come out over time. Like we've got a remake of the first Modern Warfare, and Modern Warfare 2 has been put on backwards compatibility. So why do we need the next game to be almost pretty much the same thing? We keep getting Rust back, which everybody likes Rust, but when you start playing Rust in 3-4 games, you get tired of it. You want something new. Like, yes, it's a lot better than Infinity, and yes, it's a lot better than Advanced, but when you keep using that nostalgia from the old games, it starts to fade away at some point.
Yeah, no, I'm 100% with you there. It's just like they keep, adding. They're recycling games, and it's really disappointing. They should just take, a year or two off. Hey, let's make a game that is going to be 10 out of 10 material, and push that forward to our customers and regain more of our, fan base to come back, even so they want more, that kind of stuff. So Tyler, what about you guys? Any disappointing games?
I think I'm still going to have to stick with 76 still because,
Yeah.
I was a huge fan of the Fallout 4 and New Vegas and Fallout 3. They were all such great games, such a great storyline, But then when you get a game where you have to do it yourself, I guess before like the online community, it's something that they tried to push that's new, but even though they have failure, now they're trying to fix it, it's kind of too late at this point. The game's almost priceless now. It's like $10 at Walmart when it was running for 60. So
Yeah.
it's just one of those they know they've just lost, and they're trying to fix it, but they should just scrap the whole game and start over.
Yeah, it's too late. It's too late for Fallout 76. So yeah, Tyler.
I think it's just all the sports games that just come out. You know what I'm saying? Like FIFA 20, Madden 20, like 2K and all that. Like all the sports games, because like their mechanics do not make sense to like the real life. So like when you're trying to defend and you're just sitting here and it's they just blow by you out of nowhere. It's just like, when in real life can they really do that? And Madden 20 and all that. It's just the mechanics are not right. Like they just need to break down the game and fix it. Like
Well,
it
pretty
just
much
makes
all
no
they
sense.
changed in those games are just the players and the
Exactly.
rosters.
Yeah, that's it, and make their overalls better, and that's all.
Yeah, they give little roster boosts for each one. When
Yeah.
in reality, you can go back to if you guys remember, there's a really good football game. It was NFL. It was 2K5, and they still do roster updates on that game. So what I need to do is I need to buy a PS4 and start playing that game that they actually put time and effort into, because they've got all the modern players, but it was a game from 16 years ago, and it's still better than the Maddens that they have today.
Oh,
We'll
yeah.
stop spending
yeah.
money on Fortnite.
Yeah, I'll try to. So the last question to wrap us all up is, what game release are you guys most excited for this year or in the next couple years?
I would have to say what Tyler was saying earlier was NCAA, because I'll always loved college football, watching it and everything, and I've had the I believe PS3 college football game that came out when they had Ultimate Team, and it felt like Madden, but like it was with college players and your favorite college players watching whenever the season was going on, and like the legends that came out with the college players and stuff like Randy Moss and all them. So it was fun to play with them in their college days. So
For sure.
So my inner child's coming out here because this upcoming month, Animal Crossing New Horizons coming out for the Switch. I will gladly say I'm excited for that. I
Yeah.
played that on GameCube growing up, so it's a little walk down memory lane.
Okay, that's good.
So let's hope it doesn't disappoint, because we might have to have this talk again next month.
Oh gosh. Yeah, no, I'm not, I really hope it's not, because that will not be fun. And Tyler, what about you?
I'd absolutely have to be if they'll ever make another NCAA game. I mean, you look back, NCAA 14 was the last one they made, and it kind of influenced more sports football games than everything else, because they had the advanced stick moves, they had just overall better gameplay, because of they had your high school playing, and then you're actually trying to fight for a position on teams, and it just kind of immersed you a little bit. And it's like, during the time when it came out, you might have been, young enough. You were like, oh, I want to play high school and I want to play college, be that football superstar in your town. So it's kind of like hits close at home for me, just growing up where I was and
That's awesome.
Playing with my brother.
Yeah, let's hope we can get another one, and let's hope it's not made by EA. Let's give 2K the license, and give them a shot at football. It's been 16 years,
I don't know. That might be worse
Uh,
if it was 2K.
Yeah, we'll have to see. Yeah, they might put microtransactions in there.
I just want to see Coach O in a football game. That's what I want to see.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, that would be awesome. All right. Well, thank you all for joining on this hot topic episode today of Student Voice. For more information about these great games and not so great games, be sure to check out the links in the description below. See you guys on the next Student Voice episode.